What up, it's Guru Jojo Third Eye. Always spinning. This particular video, I want to talk about transforming the self from the natural, the innate gift of judgment to the blessing and skill of spiritual discernment. This is very important to do because this will determine whether or not you are missing blessings and opportunities or whether you're blocking them off because you're constantly in defense mode, therefore relying upon defense mechanism type judgments in any given circumstance. This will hinder your progress. This will block opportunities. We don't want to do that. What we trying to do? We trying to manifest. What we trying to do? We trying to gain opportunity and experience, thus receive blessings and fortune. We are trying to win in this life. With wins comes losses. It's just like the ebbs and flows of life. However, a lot of people lose a lot because they are too judgmental. Listen, judgment relies upon the defense mechanism. So what it does is it's a skill of being able to react very quickly. It's a mental lethargy. It's a very mental, lazy tactic. I miss the details. Check out my song 4D. Besides the point, I'm serious because what happens is when we're young, right, we experience these circumstances and we're in a period of shaping is what it's called when we're at a particular age range, when we're young, in our youth. And this period of time is where our subconscious mind becomes so structured upon our experiences. This is the reason why people say, oh, they're soaking in information like a sponge. This is that shaping period. And what happens is we experience negative circumstances, and those circumstances are shaped into our subconscious mind. And as an adult, if we don't break out of those habits, we continue to actually perceive our new situations, our adult situations, our mature situations that may contain blessings and fortune in a childish manner, because like I said, this is shaped into our subconscious mind. So imagine you go through a traumatic experience as a kid and now you're relying upon whatever you learned, the wisdom and knowledge you gained as a youthful person, and you're now applying that to any given situation in your life. You think you're going to be successful in anything? Absolutely not, because not everything's here to fight you. Not everything is meant for you to be on the defense about, and judgment is a defense mechanism type of tool. It's literally like feeling as though you're being attacked, and thus you're only perceiving things on a very superficial level. So it causes you to forget to look at what's important, because your sense of importance has to do with what looks good real quick, what smells good real quick, what feels good real quick. I mean, a goddamn porcupine could literally smell good and a person go up to a damn porcupine and get stabbed just because you smelled something good by that porcupine. It's like stupid. That's a porcupine. Clearly, its goddamn fur looks pointy and you gonna get stabbed. But because you smelled something good by it, you just went up there and touched it. That's improper judgment. That's negative judgment. That's stupid judgment. That's no. You know what I'm saying? Versus someone who's like, something smells good, it's by that porcupine. I ain't going over there though. I'll go around it. That might have not been the best example. Let's try another one. Let's say you want to read a new book. You go to your local Barnes and Noble, you go up to that like circulation desk type area or something like that, right? And you're like, okay, I'm interested in reading like a mystery book. You know, you're speaking to the person at the circulation desk or the front desk, whatever it's called. You're like, mystery book, you know, mature, like young adult to mature range, nothing too kiddie-ish or childish, so nothing in like the teen section, please. And they're like, okay, they type it in, boom. They're like, you know what, come take a walk with me. Let me show you the books that I've came across based upon the list that came up. And they show you this yellow book first, and you're like, ugh, because you don't like the color yellow. You never did. You're like, I don't really know. And you start to look at this like blue book. Now they're talking to you about the yellow book, right? And you're not really paying attention because you already disregarded it because it's yellow, and you already saw a book that looks quite beautiful. It's blue, it's glistening at you. And you're like, I want that blue book. And so you're just like, what about that blue book? And they're like, I was actually going to show you that blue book next. I'm glad you pointed it out. We're on the same page. You know how like salespeople be. Like he probably wasn't even going to show you the blue book, but because you mentioned it, so he picks up the blue book. He's like, oh yeah, this book's about this, this, and that. Boom, boom, boom. My name's Jeff. You go to checkout. They're like, oh, did anybody help you today? You're like, yeah, Jeff. And like now they get goddamn commission. You know what I'm saying? You read the book is trash. The book is trash. And you know what? Your friend all of a sudden mentions, oh, did you read the book of love, Sparkness? And you're like, oh, you're like, what's that? You type it in Google. You're like, it's that flipping yellow book that he showed me. This shit has 10 out of 10, or let's say got 4.6 out of 5 stars. Mercury retrograde for your ass. Like this is like, you gotta go back. And you're like, you're trying to figure out what happened. You see, now me, let's say I don't like the color yellow. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna be like, why do I like that color? Why is this color bothering me so much? Oh my gosh, I need to work on my solar plexus. See, that's spiritual discernment. Judgment is what the other person did. They was like, you know what? I'm not reading that book. I'm not going to pay attention to what that person's saying about that book because I don't like the way it looks. It's like you're on the fence about the book. Like you're ready to fight about a book color. You see how silly that is? That's mental laziness. That's what that is. Spiritual discernment is mental exercise. You exercise your mind, you exercise your brain, and it gets stronger. The spiritual discernment is nothing. Someone with spiritual discernment in that situation opens the book up. It looks at how many chapters there are. It looks at how many pages there are. It turns the book to the back, reads the description. It goes and grabs its phone, or like the person involved in the situation would go and grab their phone and Google the book and see what other people said about the book. That's the detailed information that's significant, not the color of the book. I read a yellow book in the past and it was trash, so this book is trash because it's yellow too. Judgment. That's judgmental and stupid versus having mental strength, versus having spiritual discernment. It analyzes things, and you don't want to overanalyze things to the point that like you've been in this place for an hour and you still haven't picked out a book. Maybe you have that type of timing, who knows? But it's like you should definitely try to incorporate, take your time in analyzing things and stop being so mentally lazy. We really have to break out of that habit at this time because that's what's hindering our ability to receive blessings. Because again, when you use that gift and that blessing of curse of judgment, you're only perceiving all your situations in a way in which you're at battle with them, you're at war with them, you're in defense mode. And this is and I hate to be so rude with the type of language I'm using, but it's the truth. It's a silly, lazy gift that we have that we really need to transform from today. Like seriously, it's very important. I'm telling you, a lot of us, we hinder these beautiful opportunities and blessings that the universe gives to us because we are on the fence in our judgment. Our judgment is too much connected to defense. Like judgment really involves feeling the need to defend the self. It's like you're constantly blocked. Not everything is a boxing match. Why is your hands up? Why are you blocking? That was flipping $100. You just blocked it. That was flipping a beautiful love situation. You just blocked it. That was flipping, who knows, something you've been wanting your whole entire life and you thought it was a boxing match. You don't want to do that. My bad, my phone is dying. So I put it on that low power mode. You see that? I didn't just quickly X out of it like, oh, something popped up disrupting my video. I read it. It said low battery, close or low power mode. I had that spiritual discernment to know. Click, I'm gonna put it on low power mode and save my battery so I can continue this video. You see the difference? That was a blessing. This is a tool that this phone has. I could put it on low power mode and save my battery. And don't use your judgment skills not to be like, oh, she thinks she's all that because she got a phone that has that my phone has. No, I know all the phones have it. I just use an example because I go with the flow and it really just did happen. You see? That's the difference. I'm telling you. Learn to exercise the brain. Now, some great ways in order to help transform from that judgment and get to that spiritual discernment, play some games on your phone. Get off social media. Stop texting everybody about nothing. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm literally saying, like, these phones are compacted with many different resources. Let's utilize them, because it's like the stuff we do, we might as well have flip phones again. You know, we have a lot of different tools. You can download different games and stuff that help to exercise the mind. There's a lot of different ones. You know what? I'm actually going to provide a link in the description, okay, of this video of the different games you can play to help exercise your brain. And this will basically take you away from that mental lethargy, and you'll move towards mental enhancement. And this mental enhancement will bring you towards spiritual discernment, and you will therefore start to see your blessings, because the universe ain't being mean to you. I promise you. I don't care, like, and I mean this in the most kind way. I don't care if you were born into the most difficult situation, wah, boo-hoo, me, and all that stuff. Like, the universe gives you opportunities. I promise you. You just miss them because you're on defense. We all get these beautiful opportunities. We have to see them, and you only see them through proper discernment. It's tricky because some things are very wasteful. Some things are, but some things are they're very like fortunate. It's really good, fortunate, blessed opportunities, but we don't see them because we are mentally lethargic. We are mentally lazy, and we miss seeing the details of these circumstances. So thank you for watching. Blessings, light, and love to you. Again, in the description, I'm gonna have a couple links that provide like some games you can play, even chess, checkers, tic-tac-toe. I used to play people in games on the texting app. Like, iPhone has like iMessage, obviously, and there's like different games you could play through the iMessage. But I'm pretty sure you could play them with people with Android too, but I think it requires them to download something. I'm gonna provide a link. So thank you for watching. Blessings, light, and love.